This is another video about must-have tools. If you're thinking about joining the automotive industry, or if you're doing side work, if you're camping, if you're boating, you need a good jumper pack. But definitely, if you're going to be working at a dealership, it doesn't necessarily have to be this jumper. The only reason I got this jumper is because I borrowed it so many times from my shop foreman. Every time I got like a 650 or a 550 or a bus, for some reason they sit out in the shop, sit out in the yard for a while, and the batteries go dead, and that shop jumper just ain't strong enough to jump it. So I would borrow this literally like once a week, and I would see his face like he wanted to say no, but he would still let me borrow it. Like, yeah, go ahead. So I ended up just buying my own. I seen how reliable they were. It always worked. It's a little on the heavy side, but it has a display. It has the aux where you can charge your phone or whatever you want to do, USB. It's rechargeable, of course. It has a little outlet on the side. Like I said, you don't have to get this jumper. There's hella different brands that make good jumpers. I just got this one because I know how good it worked. And of course, Snap-on comes up to the dealership. This jumper is a little over $400. I think I got it on sale for like $3 something. And it's worth every penny, honestly. It has not let me down once. There's a model number. And yeah, it's gonna be times where you go out to a car and the battery's dead. Customer brings a car in and they want you to do an R&R on the battery. They don't say the battery's completely dead and the car won't start. And it's annoying walking out there, realizing the car doesn't start, walking back in the shop, realizing the shop jumper is being used by somebody else, and having to borrow somebody else's jumper. You have to go flag, hey, can I use your jumper real quick? They got to stop what they're doing because most people lock their jumpers up. And yeah, they got to stop what they're doing to help you. And you already wasted time by coming back in the shop looking for a jumper. Another situation or scenario is you're programming a module. You installed an ABS module or a BCM. A BCM is a good example because the battery has to have constant voltage, 13 volts constantly while you're programming it, and if it doesn't, it won't go through, and you'll have stupid things happen, like the doors won't lock or the keys won't program correctly because it doesn't have the right amount of voltage. Plus, a lot of these new cars, if you have the key on and you're pulling codes, the lights are on and you can't turn them off. The daytime running lights are on, and you can literally watch the voltage go down with the IDS. As you're programming, you'll just see the voltage dropping as you're programming. By the time you're at the end of the program, the voltage is too low, and you have to start all over again. You just wasted like 15 minutes. Yeah. Like I said, you don't have to get this jumper. This isn't the best jumper. It works for what I use it for, and I honestly wish I had more than one because I keep this one at work. I only brought it home because it was so windy. I was going to film it at work. And they'd be playing music in the shop, and I tried to do it outside, and it was super windy, so I'm like, let me just go home and do it. But definitely, I wish I had one at home, or I wish I had one I can keep in my car 24/7. Even though I don't have those type of issues, it's just, I don't want to jinx myself. Let me knock on some wood. A little wood knocking down there. Yeah. And if you're doing stuff, for some reason, when you do side work, you know, people don't take care of the problem instantly. They might have a car that they don't drive every day, and they let the car sit for months on end. They want you to come throw alternator in it. But when you get there, you throw the alternator in it, but their battery's dead. Now you gotta go get your car, jumper cables, the yada yada, the time wasting that's a hassle in itself. If you got a car and your hood struts don't work and you trying to jump a car, it's just a big ass hassle. So it's always nice just to have a jumper pack. I keep it on the charger. It stays on 100% for at least I'm gonna say a week and a half. It's always smart to charge it at least once a week because you don't want the batteries to get like a bad cell or whatever once you let it go down so far. But yeah, this jumper has been good. You see my name is all over it because I work in a shop setting and it's just sitting out all day. I don't lock mine up. It sits in my hutch. But yeah, the clamps are pretty big. You know, sometimes them terminals heck of big. Clamps are cool. I have a little clamping spot if you don't want to wrap it up too quick. I'm not trying to do a review on this jumper. I was just saying tools that you should get first or should definitely invest in. And this is one of them. This is one of them tools where you're going to borrow this hella much. If you don't have one and the person you are borrowing it from is going to start looking at you like, I see you buying all those other tools. Why won't you buy a jumper? You need that more than you need anything else. This is the thing you borrow the most. And that's how I learned. Because I used to see their face. Because my foreman was the only one with this jumper, but the people who do have this jumper, they don't like lending it out. They will literally put a sticker on there that says no. I kind of want to do that with mine, but people don't even ask me because, you know, they have their own. And people who don't have their own, you know, after they use it twice, I'd be like, hey, bro, we're cool, but you need to buy you a jumper. They're on Amazon for hella cheap. Like, it's a couple of cats in there with like $100 jumpers, and they seem to work fine. But for sure, this is a must-have. I don't know how you guys are liking these videos, but yeah, I just want to put something a little different out there. I feel like must-have videos, tips for the trade. I'm in the industry. People who are not, you know, just trying to figure it out on their way in, thinking about buying certain stuff. If you're thinking about buying this jumper, it's been good to me, so I'm definitely would recommend it. But if you're just working on cars, period, definitely invest in a jumper. I don't want to keep y'all too long like the last one. Let me know if you guys liking these videos. And I'm gone. Peace.